houses in DC, and you're watching MixxHER TV.
Okay. What's happening? It's your girl Estelle, and you are in tune to MixxHER TV.
Welcome to Universal Legal Services. Thank you.
Hey you guys, it's your girl Stubbs.
And I'm your girl Misunderstood.
And you are watching
MixxHER TV.
We thank you guys for joining us here today for another segment, and we have a great show lined up for them. So what are we going to be talking about today?
Housing, people. Housing. And how you can't afford housing in DC. And how an unfortunate situation is going to push me back 2 years, but guess what? I have an alternative.
And for me, I'm just talking to you about DC because I don't want to live in DC. Misunderstood, she loves the city. She's a city girl. I'm the country girl. Woo, woo, woo. Get a cow. Okay, you can get back in. I just had to do that. But yeah, you guys, I'm a country girl now. I like riding the horses.
You can ride the horses in the city. Go to Rock Creek Park.
I did ride some horses in the city.
Okay, so
what's been going on besides me and my horses?
Well, I don't like this bra I have on. I just keep looking at it.
What's wrong with it?
I don't know. I feel really low. And you know I like them up here.
She likes her breasts to sit all the way up. She almost want to look down and kiss her own breasts, right?
Well,
so
I'm single now, so somebody needs to.
Did you hear that you single now? Did all this happen since our last show?
Well, no, we've recorded since then.
Okay, well, you know, I've been single, I've been dating. So have you started dating yet? Have you met anyone yet? Are you opening up the door? Because Misunderstood may have the door closed, but thinks she wants to date. Is the door open?
I never said I wanted to date. You say I need to date.
You need to date if you're single.
No, I want to find one man that is about me so I can be about him and we move the hell on. That's what I want.
So how many days you think you're going to go on to find that one? You're going to need to date at least about 10 guys.
It's not going to happen.
So are you the one that gets what you go on a date, you feel that connection, y'all date maybe a couple of more weeks, and then you're ready to settle with him?
I sure am.
You don't give him a go for his money and give other guys opportunity?
Nope. I don't never even like two people at one time. So if the creator allows me to like 10 men at one time, then I'm open for it, but it never happens.
I think she should try speed dating. Hit her on her DM. Fellas, get her DM so then she can text me and say, this guy said this, and I can say, no, let's set it up.
Well, no. Look, I have some ideas of people I wouldn't mind in my DM.
Oh, are they popular?
I don't know if they're popular. You do that. I don't do that.
Well, you know, I wouldn't mind Common in my
He
DM.
looks like.
What? Say it.
No, I can't. We're going to cable. I can't say it.
Okay, yeah. Well, I don't mind if Common is going to be in my DM. I think I kind of know what she was going to say, but I don't think he is.
I think so. He looks like it.
Really? You know what, guys? We need to stop this conversation right now because this has nothing to do with housing, and we're getting ready to go all the way down the street, and we're supposed to be right here talking to you guys about
housing.
But it's our intro. You're tuned into MixxHER, and we're a mix of just, what are we a mix of?
Mix of everything.
Mix of a whole lot of mess going on, but good mess.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, so I think we need to get into this show.
We need to fast because it's going somewhere completely different.
But we're going to do a live show, and I want to talk to her about dating, and I think we can get her to do some speed dating on camera.
All right, y'all. So we're going to see about this speed dating. Not quite sold on it because she's always making me do something that I don't want to do. So we'll see.
I know I'm everywhere. We should just get the show started, right?
Let's get the show started.
All right, folks, let's go to our guests.
All right.
All right, you guys, so we're here with our special guest for today, Miss Annie Tyson, the supervisor of University Legal Services. And she's also one of the supervisors over the HPAP program. And we just wanted to bring her in to tell you more about buying a home in D.C. because everyone's coming back to the D.C. area for some reason. Not me. Misunderstood loves the D.C. area.
Yes, I do. I'm never moving. I may have a second house, but DC will always be my home.
And I'm going to be down south, and I'll just come up to visit, and she'll have to come down. So we brought Miss Tyson on to tell you how you can purchase a home, and you can stay in DC with Misunderstood, because I'm out of here. So welcome, Miss Tyson.
Thank you. I just got this to say that I feel that you better stay in DC because there's nothing in Maryland. You got to look down a long haul. So when you're getting older, DC has so many programs for the seniors that Maryland do not have.
Okay, now I know you have to have a 600 credit score. Now, if a member or a client that comes in and does it, do you guys help them with receiving that 600 credit score?
Yeah, so we do. We help them with credit counseling. We put your credit report, and if we see you have any negative stuff on there like collections, even though your score may say 600, but you may have maybe 3 or 4 or 5 collections. So what we would do then is have you to talk to we would do a letter, tell you to call. There's numbers on your credit report of everybody that's reporting stuff. So we would have you to either do a letter or call them and ask them, can I please make a settlement? Sometimes we may call folks, make a settlement. Say you owe $500 on something. We may say, well, see if you can pay half of it, which is $250. If you can't pay it all at one time, see if I can break that up into 2 payments. And once we get the letters from the companies from you come back in with your letters, and we get the letters back, then we will send those letters along with the same credit report, because the credit report is good for 3 months. Then we will send all that stuff to Greater Washington Urban League, and they don't rescore you, but they'll look at it and they see those, even though it's showing up as negative, it's showing that it has been paid, and then they either say paid or satisfied. Then we submit your application. Once we submit your application, everything is fine. Then you get something called a notice of eligibility. We call it NOE. When you get that, that's telling you how much house you can buy, how much money to go along with you, how much debt you got, and now you're ready to go and start looking for yourself a house.
Mm-hmm. Now, are there any age requirements or age restrictions? Or can you be too young or too old to get into the program?
My youngest client was 19 years old.
Ooh, that's good.
My oldest client was 75 years old.
Whoa.
And what happened with this young man, which was really good, his mom, you know when you get credit cards come in the mail, they said you want to put a second person on there.
Mm-hmm.
So what she did was have one for her son. Mm-hmm. So when he came in that door with a credit score of 700 or something, because his mom kept good credit because he was on her credit. Oh, okay. We found that reported her, his went up. Mm-hmm. And so he purchased a home just some years ago in Gainesville, somewhere in Southeast, and we thought that was really good. And we all sat this young man down. He was getting ready to go to Howard University. But we told him, look, now your mother is doing this for you, so she don't have to pay for you to live on campus. This is your place. Don't let everybody come in your place and just tear your stuff out, because this is something that's yours. And I thought that was really something good to, and that's parents, we need to start teaching our children about credit. Mm-hmm. We are, I think, about the only race that don't teach our stuff about our family about financial.
And we're always kicking them out too after a certain age when they're not ready, and then wonder why they're constantly making mistakes too. So
yeah.
And we need to be thinking about getting a home too. I mean, a lot of times we just think about apartments, or we'll go live with grandma, or we'll just go. We don't invest, because getting a home is an investment.
That's the best investment you could make. This is what I always tell clients to do. Sit down and see how much you're paying for rent, and multiply that by how many months you've been there, and see how much money you're going to spend in rent. Some people have spent maybe $60,000 or more, and you don't get it back. You don't have any investment coming, no return or anything. The housing is the best investment you could buy, because you're going to always have money coming in.
Now, if I were to get a home through your program, and I later on wanted to sell the home, is that possible?
Yes, you can sell it. Remember, we just loan you upfront money, down payment money. That's all we doing. Just like we go out to the bank and you get stuff out, we just loan you money to make you qualify, because you may not have any money. Like most banks want you to have maybe $10,000 or $15,000 down payment. So we're giving you that down payment that you need in order to purchase a home. Mm-hmm. Now the houses right now is so high, it's getting a little bit kind of hard for people to purchase homes. I always tell people there's little pockets everywhere. Deanwood has good pockets.
Yeah, Deanwood and Southeast has great pockets.
Yes,
I get the East of the River newspaper, and they have some good houses in there that you still can get. I don't know how long they're going to last, but you still can get them. But let's talk about another program that you have for people that are experiencing a little trouble and may need a little help. I know you spoke to us off camera in regards to the loan modification program.
Okay, the loan modification program is a program when a person gets behind in a mortgage. What you do is, the president came up with this program called a HARP program. That's how the loan modification came about. And what it is a program where they recast your loan.
What is that?
That means that say if your loan is, say you're paying $1,200 a month, and you got behind, and now you come to us for help. So what we do, send all your information in so they can remodify your loan. They will look at your loan and say, well, you know what, we're gonna go ahead and remodify this loan. When they remodify your loan, they put you on a trial period, which your first 3 months, they put you on a trial where, let's say, they say September 2nd, 1st, September 1st, October 1st, November 1st. With the trial period, you have to pay a certain amount of money every month, those 3 months. They might knock down to $450 a month. If you pay that $450 a month, after that, and then they will give you a loan modification. Might be a 30-year loan modification. Might be a 20-year loan modification. But what it does is they bring it so you can afford to stay in your home. They got other tools that we use too, like refinancing and just different things. DC is a very unique city. I wouldn't leave it for the world. I travel on this job, and every place we have gone through, to everybody say DC, there's nothing like DC.
A lot of people in the area don't even know about the programs. Another great program you spoke about was the program for people that are withdrawing unemployment people. You have to listen to this one because this is important. A lot of people get laid off for various reasons or fired. They own their home and think that it's done. They don't have nowhere else to turn, nothing else to do. Why don't you let them know about the name of the program?
The Home Savings Program. It's a program for DC residents. Again, ladies and gentlemen, I told you, DC is a place to be. And it's for DC and Virginia. It's not in Maryland. I mean, it's for DC only, not in Maryland or Virginia. And what they do, it's a program where they will help you with your mortgage. You have to be at least been drawing unemployment for 6 months, okay? Anything over 6 months, they really be kind of like knocking yourself out. And you found about this program, you apply for unemployment, they're supposed to let you all know that once you sign up for the Home Savings Program, you download your information in the computer, then they send it to one of the CBOs, we are called CBOs, community-based organizations. They'll send it to one of us, it's coming from, and then once we get it, we'll contact the client and have the client to come in and bring in documents. We'll pull the stuff that we have, the application that we have here, then we'll upload it to back to the DC Housing Finance Agency, so it comes through them. And then what they do is send everything to the bank and contact the bank. It's a wonderful program. We started in about maybe, I want to say, it's been for 2 years they had stopped it. They brought it back again. Also, we got a program for the, it's called your taxes, paying your taxes. If you owe $1,500.
Pay your taxes.
Yeah,
your home tax. Okay,
if you owe $1,500 or more, they will help you with your taxes if you're behind. Okay. So DC have so many good programs. I'm telling y'all, move it here, move it here, move it here. I love DC. This lady right here, she really don't like DC, but I love DC.
Yeah, and it's definitely, when you look at longevity, like a car or whatever it is else that you purchase, you got to think about, what if my situation changed? People can call it living in fear. I call it preparing, because that's the only thing I think about. Once I get something, I got to figure out, okay, how can I get out of this if my situations change? And your situations change all the time. That's why DC is one of the best places to live, because they almost have you covered with any situation that you can think of when those situations happen, because you have no control over them. So I always think it's best to, whether you purchase your house here, whether you purchase in PG County, just think about, you may not have that good government job. Your husband may leave you. You may get hit by a car. You know, you gotta always think about the what ifs. Not necessarily live that way, but you always have to be concerned about the
What's going on? It's your boy Devin J. Ricks, and you're now watching MixxHER TV.
Well, we would definitely like to thank you so much for the wealth of information that you gave us. But we would like to close out with 4 misconceptions that people believe in regards to home buying. Now, you said it a lot in regards to people that think they can purchase one. But what are some of the other misconceptions?
Well, you know, my credit is not good enough. I don't make enough money. I can't find a house in DC. I don't think that I just don't think that they're gonna let me buy a house. And we said, who are they? You know, the bank is not gonna loan me money. You know, and those are misconceptions. But we let them know once we, you know, these people. That's why they have to be counseled.
Right.
They have to definitely be counseled. There's people in houses now that never thought that they would have ever been in a house. Like the lady came here yesterday, she was so happy. I didn't remember her, but she remembered me. She brought her daughter here, and it took me it had to be about maybe 30 minutes before I remember who she was. And she said something that sparked something in me. And I said, you know what, I do know who you are. But she was saying, you know what, you was a God sent you because if it wasn't for you, I wouldn't even be in my house. So I tell everybody about that. Because of you, I'm in my house. And I love what I do. Anywhere I am, I'm talking about buying a home. Because I think everybody should be able to purchase their first home. And we don't find your houses for you. I want y'all to all to know that. You find your own house. We give you the money, and you do just like if you went to the bank and just saw the home. Once you get your notice of eligibility, which we call NOE, now you're ready to go. So get your realtor, so look for your house, get yourself
You're ready to move on in.
get your lender, and now you're ready to start looking for your house.
Now, before we let you go, because I know people are wondering, and we're just going to make this quick, is the workshop free?
Yes.
There it
all
is.
All the services, everything that we have here, the rehab program, every program that we do for the DC is free.
There you guys go.
It's
You
free.
can come
We pay.
on
There's
down.
no paid services. The only thing you have to pay with us is for your credit report.
So there you go, guys. You need to head on over to University Legal Services. We thank you, Ms. Tyson, for joining us here on MixxHER. Me and Miss Understood to get people informed on how and why you guys can move into the DC area. Miss Understood loves DC.
I do.
I'm ready to move down and be a country girl, but that's okay. I'm thankful that she'll be in DC and I can come and visit her here. So you guys head on over to University Legal Services in Southeast and stay tuned for another segment of MixxHER.
And stay in the mix. All right, guys. I hope you learned a lot about home buying that is tangible, that you can stay in DC thanks to Ms. Tyson. So shout out to Ms. Tyson, the University Legal Services, the Home Savers Program, the HVAC program,
credit counseling.
loan modification.
Is that the one that for the if you happen to fall on unemployment?
No, like if you fall behind in your
Okay.
payments.
Yep.
So they do the loan modification, anything that you can think of in regards to staying in your home and saving your home. Ms. Tyson is your one-stop shop.
So make sure you guys head on over to Southeast to University Legal Services and stay tuned to MixxHER TV. Follow us on Twitter, follow us everywhere, and we will see you next week.
No, we always have a lot of fun. But for the scene, so you know we gonna jam on. And a few spoons, tune in and tell a friend. Doing our thing, loving life, help us mix it in. Sit back and listen, check out what you've been missing. We all about showing love and ain't no competition. Locked in, stay locked.